Alright, so I've done a video on essential oils before, but we're gonna do another one. This rosemary's been sitting for probably about 4 weeks, but I would like to use the rosemary to make face cream. I had a friend make this one for me, and I've used quite a bit of it, and I love it. I just have to gather a few more supplies, and I'll be ready to make it myself. One of those ingredients is rosemary essential oils, so we've made our own. This sat out again for 4 weeks in grapeseed oil. We're going to strain it, and then we'll move it over to the essential oil containers that I use. I also wanted to show you guys something that I had done. I always forget to video stuff when I'm doing, because I'm always like, oh, I have this to do, and then I do it, and I'm like, oh, I should have shown people how to do that, whatever. Anyway, so I'm sure I'll come across it again. I'll show you guys next time. So yarrow is found in Canada, actually in North America in general, and it has a lot of different uses. It does grow wild, but it's getting harder and harder to find. It grows near like watery edges, like shorelines and stuff. It's a white or pinkish flower. It's tall. It's got some really weird leaves on it. The leaves themselves have multiple uses. So like this one's dried. This one's dried, so a friend of mine picked this for me when she saw it, and then I've dried it, and then I was kind of looking into it more because I knew it was beneficial for people, but I've looked into it further. So it's an anti-inflammatory, it heals wounds. So I did pick the flower off and the leaf into separate ones. Yeah, like Mother Nature literally has all of her medicine around us. Now I am also in the midst, I've read quite a few books on Indigenous culture already, but someone had recommended this one to me, Braiding Sweetgrass. I'm a little over halfway through it, and amazing book, so highly recommend that. And now when I do go foraging, or even when I'm picking from my own garden or just anywhere, I'm always introducing myself. I ask what I can take, and you never take more than half. Today I was out at a farm, and she said, oh yeah, take all the rhubarb you want, because I want to make jam tomorrow. So I talked to the plant, and I only picked so much, and like it went great. The night before, I was doing a trade with a lady, a friend of mine. She has garlic that she grows in her garden, and I didn't grow garlic this year. But I did grow spinach, and I have lots of it. So I traded her spinach for garlic, which was awesome. I love this whole bartering thing. It's an amazing idea. I think community is very important. With the way the economy is going and going to go, millennials like me won't ever be able to afford to buy anything. So gathering as a community and everyone having different skills is going to be very beneficial, I think, in the future. The more people realize this, the easier it's going to be, I think, for everybody. So, and I don't like to struggle very hard because I've struggled enough. So, like, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. Like, today, I did more cheese. I'm doing jam tomorrow. My rhubarb's already cut up and prepping. Yeah, I was chasing chickens barefoot last night. One of them got out. So, back to our essential oil, the one I'm going to be using to make the face cream. So, this has a mix of store-bought rosemary as well as rosemary from my garden. Even back then, before I start reading that book, it's like I have this weird, I wouldn't say it's weird, I have this intuitive sense that like everything has a feeling, everything has feelings, everything has a being. There's energy I can see literally coming off of everything that's alive. So I'd always ask, like, okay, take this one, how about this one, and whatever. You'll probably see that in one of my other videos. Anyways, so that rosemary I was talking to, and my rosemary plant's doing great, so we're good. All right, so it's all scraped out, and now because I've done a few essential oils already, I've known not to do as much, because like I don't want to waste this, right? Because you do have to dilute it most times, so that's quite a bit. Like that's quite a bit, and it's gonna drip for a while. While that drips, I'm going to show you guys something else that has been steeping for about 2 weeks now. This is plantain. Now when people think of plantain, they think of like that fruit. No, plantain is actually also a plant, that grows in North America on the ground. Plantain ointment is very often used for skin irritations, bug bites. anti-inflammatory issue, like anti-inflammatory issues. Like it's awesome. Like I've used the ointment. The lady at the farm, she actually gave it to me when I had an eczema breakout. I've never even had eczema in my life. That's a whole other spiritual thing that was happening actually, but nonetheless, it treated it. And so I went foraging with her, and I picked my own. And now this has been steeping for about 2 weeks, and we're going to make our own ointment. And I'll show you guys how to do that, because, well, we'll learn together, because I don't really know what I'm doing on that one. But I do have almost all of the supplies now. I'm just waiting for this to be good, and then we'll get to that process. So, sitting on a date, cool. So, now, with our essential oil, we are going, I always have issues with elastics. We're going to squeeze it, because we do know, or I know now, you're going to get quite a bit more still out of it. Oh my god, I fucking hate this part. Me elastics, man. Like, all day today, I've had issues with elastics. It's an elastic day. Anyways, so, can you see this? I'll just carry it up. So, we're going to squeeze our little rosemary pouch out. And now again, I like to be as nature conscious, spiritual conscious, health conscious as I can be, but we can only do so much, right? Like, everyone's a hypocrite, right? So I'm pro health, but like I smoke cigarettes. So like, do the best you can, don't judge yourself. We're all starting from somewhere and working towards being better. That's all that matters. Just don't give up, just keep trying. So that's all squeezed out, and that will go into my probably pig feed or into my compost pile, because now I have 2 separate ones. There's stuff that I feed to the pigs, and then there's stuff that I'm using for compost directly to go back to Mother Nature. So, spatula because I wasn't prepared. I'm running out of containers, I'm not gonna lie, from all the stuff I'm making. I gotta go garage sailing and pick up more stuff right away here. So, we've got our rosemary. That smells really good. Okay. And I don't need a lot of it, because, like, I don't make any of this stuff for sale. Like, a lot of the people that I run into in town, and I'm like, oh, do you want to try a piece of my cheese? Like, I just made some cheese, you want to try it? And like, oh, you should sell it, I would totally buy it off you. It's like, no, like, I don't sell it. And it's illegal, actually, to sell, products from raw milk. Like, I don't buy raw milk. I trade for it, and I don't even really trade for it. But nonetheless, so, like, all this stuff I do myself. Like, I did mozzarella, and it took me 10 hours, but that 10 hours makes me appreciate my food. Like, I know those cows, I've milked those cows, I make my food from start to scratch, or grow it, or exchange it, and I have much more appreciation for everything that goes into my body and what gets destroyed, like, serving me, right? Because I'm a consumer, but they grow or breathe or whatever for us to consume, but it has to be an exchange, right? So yeah, anyways, that's just my little rant. That book has been driving me nuts. It's awesome. I cry every time I read it. Anyways, it's a good cry though. All right, so rosemary essential oil is done, so we're one step closer to making a base cream. Boom, there you go. That's how easy that was. Done.